What we do here is go back.
So hey guys, Miss here, and today I'm going to be telling you how me and a few mates actually got swatted, with one of those friends being Ryan YT, who's actually a really close friend of mine. So make sure you guys go check him out, his link's in the description below. But yeah, let's get started. So basically, me and my friends were at my mate's house, and we were just chilling, playing some PS4. We're actually playing some Arkham Knight, I believe, I'm not sure. But yeah, so then my mate goes like, okay, I've got a BB gun. And I'm like, oh, really? Cool. So my mate pulls his gun out. Well, obviously, it's not a real gun, it's a BB gun. It's got blue top and everything, so it's totally legal. So, we start messing around with it. Obviously, keeping it in this house, not pointing outside the window, We're mature, we're not kids. And so, yeah, we're just messing around with it for a bit. And my friend, my mate, the owner of the house, he's like, nah, Alex, you can have the gun, but you're not gonna. There's gonna be no pellets. I don't trust you, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Rush, I know you for like a long time. Come on, mate, just pass me the fucking bullets. I didn't say that, but I respected his opinion. It was a spring back, so it didn't make much noise. It was just a spring. If you have a BB gun at home, that's spring back. You know how it sounds like. You pull it back, and you pull the trigger. It's like a click sound basically. So doesn't sound very loud. It's actually relevant to further on in the story, but yeah. So my mate Milosh, the owner of the house, if I haven't disclosed that already, he was like, okay, I want to go get some chicken. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. Where if you're here? He's like, no, you guys are coming with me. You guys are coming to the chicken shop with me. And we're like, oh no, we want to chill out here, do what we're doing. So me and Ryan were actually on his laptop playing CS:GO for him, but the FPS wasn't too good, to be honest. So we're like, oh no, Milosh, trust me, we're not going to do anything. We'll just chill out your house, go get chicken. You're going to come back, your house is going to be in one piece, mothers. And yeah, this guy wasn't too sure. So then I decided to go down to his garden, and everyone kind of followed along. So we're just having fun in his garden. I went on this trampoline. That's pretty lit. I felt the G's, mate, when I jumped up. But so yeah, all my friends followed me. And then he's standing on the door and he's like, huh, psych, Kobe. Fucking closes the door, locks that shit, and he's like, okay, you guys are staying in here now, okay? While I'll go get chicken. We're like, what the fuck? What the hell are you doing? Come back here. And this guy just leaves. And then we're like, did he actually just lock us in his fucking back garden? All of us are so baffed. Ryan's just like, what the hell? And my other mate's like, what? So yeah, basically all of us are just confused as hell. Like, what's going on? Why is this guy fucking locking us in his back garden? So then after that, we have the genius idea to climb in through one of his windows and unlock the door. And that's exactly what we do. We go through the window, or not we, but me. I jump in through the window, being the smart guy I am, and open his garden door. Let everyone in. And my other mate had the great idea of hiding and seeing his reaction when he came back from the chicken shop. It would have been so funny. So yeah, so basically all of us hid. I hid. So me and my mate, not Ryan, we went to the living room and basically hid. We just hid. He hid in the door towards. Well, if you know how a British house is laid out, it's kind of like the living room's got a view of the outside of the porch of the house, basically. So he was just lying down towards where the window is, and I was on the other side of the room behind the couch. And Ryan was just, to be honest, I don't even know where Ryan was. Ryan was just in his own little corner. And yeah, so then basically all of us were in uncomfortable places. Literally the radiator was poking into my back, into my spine, and my other mate, he was basically trapped in between the wall and the couch. As I said before, I didn't really know where Ryan was. All I heard was Ryan going, oh, this is uncomfortable, and stuff like that. So after about, I'll say 10 minutes, yeah, we're like, what the hell is this guy? Where is this guy? This guy's been it's been 10 minutes, and this guy's in here. And then Ryan's like, oh yeah, Alex, there's a policeman outside the house. Not outside the house, but on the road. I'm like, oh really? Why? How come? He's like, oh, I don't know. There's only one though. I'm like, well, okay, cool. They carry on hiding for like another 8 minutes, I would say. I was just literally with the radiator poking into my spine, like in between the couch and the wall, waiting to jump scare my mate when he comes in. So I'm just chilling. I'm just a 9gag fucking browsing fresh. And yeah, so basically everyone's just doing their own thing. And then Ryan's just like, oh shit, Alex, it's like a whole team outside, a whole police team outside. I'm like, oh shit, really? And then I'm just like well, what the hell are they outside? So I get out my hiding spot. My mate is still in his hiding spot, and I go over to Ryan, and Ryan's just like, he's basically on the stairs. He's like, oh shit, Alex, there's a few policemen outside. And I'm like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. One of my mates literally just hiding behind the couch. Me and him go to the top floor where his room is and start playing some PS4, take our minds off it. And then we look outside the window. Oh no, shit! There's a whole like SWAT team outside. Like we didn't like all we saw was like policemen, and they're basically just like suit. It's like it's just policemen basically. And yeah, Orion said, oh yeah, one of them has a weapon, and I was like, oh shit, you know. So what I originally thought was that when I climbed in through the window, yeah, to unlock the door, that a neighbor must have seen that and been like, oh shit, you know, someone's trying to break into the house, and they thought, you know, it was just some burglars at the house. But I quickly dismissed that because like I don't think the police would send 12 people, weapons over to the house for over a few burglars. I'm not sure. I'm not a policeman. But yeah, so then we're a bit baffed, and then you know we're just playing on Arkham Knight on the PS4 while we waited for these policemen to be over and done with. Ryan was like, oh yeah, they're probably checking the houses or some shit all on this road. That kind of like alleviated me a bit. So I was like, yeah, you know, probably. And then we start playing, and fucking my mate downstairs is like, oh guys, I see them. They're on the porch. Yeah, and he's just like, guys, help me. I'm stuck. And I'm just like, me and Ryan just looking at each other, fucking just laughing. Because he's just like, oh, help. None of us wanted to go downstairs and expose ourselves to the window downstairs where the policemen were hanging out. So we kind of just like look at each other and just laugh because we think it's a joke. And eventually, this guy, eventually he gets out. And And then after that, we hear a knock. It was like, open up. And then me and Ryan just like, we look at each other and we're like, oh shit. And then we go to the stairs. So the stairs are kind of like facing the door. So we're both on the stairs looking at the door and we're like, oh shit. And then we were just looking at each other and I'm like, Ryan, go. And he's like, no, Alex, you go. And I'm like, fuck. And another one, like, open up. And at this point, I'm just like, oh shit, it's not even my house. All my days. So, being the fucking brave guy I am, I walk downstairs and I'm like, hello? He's like, open up! Like, this guy's getting angry that we're not opening the door. And then I try to open the door and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, the door's locked. And I was just like, I was like messing around with the door and I couldn't open it, yeah? And I realized that when my mate left to get chicken, like Milosh, he actually locked the door. And this guy's got just some... It's a great door. You can only open it if you have the key, basically. And so I locked the door and left. So there was no way of us opening it. At this point, Ryan was next to me. He was like... Well, not just Ryan, but all of us were basically getting shook. And then... So I have the great idea to go to the living room where the window is facing the porch of the house and go, you know, we don't have the keys. We can't open the door. So I walk towards the window and I'm like, I open the pull side the blinds and I'm just like, okay. I see these guys with like weapons, like 12 guys. I don't really remember, but I think it's like 12 guys with weapons pointing towards the door, like weapons, riot shields. And I'm just like, shit. I close the blinds again and I walk off. Like, my brain's still processing what I just saw. And then Ryan goes to the window and the guy knocks on the window like, get this guy back. Then Ryan's just like, Alex, come. And then basically Ryan's just like, he goes back to the door and tries like, this guy was like spazzing on the door basically. He's trying to do anything he can to open this thing right now. So then what happens after is, I go back to the window and I don't know, one of the SWAT team guys are like, oh yeah, I got a key. And thank God they fucking like open the door. These guys start rushing in and they're like, go outside. And then they take us outside, basically. These guys start searching the house. They make us go on the pavement. Like, I think, how was it? They made us sit on the pavement, hands on our knees, all of us like, yeah, on the pavement basically. And he was like, okay, do you guys have any weapons in there? Toy or real? He was like, yes, we do. We have, well, we've got like 2 guns, one a Nerf gun and a blue top BB gun. He's like, oh right, okay. Whereabouts? And I tell him where it is, and they're like, okay, cool, stand up. And when I stand up, I notice there's like all the neighbors are just outside the house looking at what's going on. Because obviously there's like 4 like big vans, like navy blue vans with the SWAT team. So we come back in, they take us into the living room, they sit us down, and the guy's like, yeah, we found 2 guns basically. If they found the blue top BB gun, and they found a Nerf gun basically. So what happened was that we were told to sit down, and I'm not sure who came to talk to us. I'm not sure if it was the SWAT team like captain or whatever. I'm not too sure about that, but he basically sat down. He was like, we were called because apparently there was like someone heard a gun go off, and and they called the police basically, and like all of us kind of looked at each other like baffled, like a gun go off. Like I was baffled, yeah. I think most of us thinking like, oh, how can a spring back gun replicate a sound of a real gun? But the guy was cool basically. He was like, yeah, don't worry kids. Right now, guys, not really any trouble. Just after the terrorist attacks in London, they were on high alert. So it's like I was a bit angry, but I can see where they're coming from. Like they're on high alert after the terrorist attacks. But yeah, so this guy was just like, oh yeah, don't worry guys, you guys are not in any trouble at the moment. And we asked questions like, oh, were you guys outside like in public view or pointing it towards anyone? We're like, oh no, never. We're always in the house, minding our own business. Like, oh okay, right. And to be honest, that was pretty cool. He was serious, but he was cracking some jokes every now and then. So yeah, this guy's like, okay, cool. So at the moment, I don't really see you guys. I don't really see that you guys have done anything wrong. I'm gonna pass you over to the community police. And we're like, okay, cool. And so then this guy leaves, and what we see is a large-looking man, basically, a larger-looking man with a white vest, basically. He's just standing at the door and just looking at us. And then an officer comes in, a lady, and this guy comes in. Not this guy, but this girl comes in, a woman. She comes in, and immediately she treats us as if we did something. She treats us like criminals, basically. She's like, okay, can I have your names and details, please? And then, yeah, she's like, oh, give us the name and details. Like with that, like you can tell when someone's like doesn't like you. You know what I mean? Like that's the way they sound. And she was just like, she was treating us as if we were trash, basically. And I look around, I'm like the main person answering all the questions. I look around, Ryan's just like fidgeting with his hands, basically. He's just shook. Mother and mate sitting down. He's calmer, but he's also, I can tell he's shook. I was shook too, not gonna lie. Mother and mate went to get chicken. He was still nowhere to be seen, so I was a bit baffed at that. I was like, what the hell is this dude? So she takes her details, and then she's like, you guys shouldn't be outside, doing stuff. And we're like, but we didn't. Yeah, and she keeps like, she kept talking to the larger guy in the vest, like, oh yeah, they shouldn't be doing stuff. And the larger guy was like, oh yeah, we might put them in jail, for like I want to, their parents come pick them up. And we all kind of just looked at each other like, oh shit. But then Milosh comes with this guy. He comes in, yeah. This guy comes in with his like chicken box, And then was like, sit right there. And he comes in and she's like, oh, you can eat your chicken. And she's just like, he's just looking back the whole way. He's just like, what? Eat my chicken now here. She takes his details and shit. And yeah, that's what basically happens. And then she kind of just stays there for like a while. And then she's like, okay, cool. No offenses have been made. The house was basically destroyed. Oh, not really. They went around scavenging the house for weapons. And then, they're like, okay, cool. Everything's done here. We're going to leave now. And then, the guys just left. They're like, okay, cool, bye. And then everyone just left. And then after that, we're like, what the hell's going on? What the hell? And then all our friends are just looking at each other like, what the hell just happened? My friend Milosh is just like, he's not upset. He's just like disappointed, basically. And when I asked him like, oh yeah, what happened? And he's, oh. So his side of the story was basically, so when he went to get chicken, when he shut the door, he slammed it closed, and locked it, and then started running. And apparently one of the neighbors had thought that he had shot someone and then cut, like went for a run. So they called the police, basically. That, I don't know, I have trouble believing that story. Like, how can you mistake a door closing for a gunshot? I'm still kind of baffled about. But yeah, that's what apparently happened. But then when he went to the chicken shop, he was there for like 2 minutes. And he was walking home. The police apparently stopped him and was like, you're a matching suspect. And the police apparently searched him. And, they searched him. And basically, my friend Milosh was trying to explain that, I locked these guys in the back garden. Yeah, and I also locked the door. He's like, can I give you the keys? He told me that, what's it called? He told me that, apparently the guys were like, when he gave them the keys, like, they didn't go straight away to open the door. They still wanted to knock down the door. And, yeah, so, or something I forgot to mention was that, like, when the door was open, all you saw was basically, like, probably 10 or 12 policemen with weapons pointing, like, they all had weapons. Some had riot shields, and there was just one single policeman in the middle with a ram ready to knock down the door, basically. I was so baffed. At that moment, I was just like, that emoji with the lips, like, I just put a picture on the screen. That was basically me when I opened the door and I went to the window. So yeah, guys, so none of us got hurt in the end. I'm not really too upset, with what they did, because I understand that the country was on high alert after all the terrorist activity, but I do think it's a bit ridiculous how someone apparently called the police over a door shutting. Like, no one saw any BB guns, apparently. It was just the sound of the door shutting that someone could have mistaken it for a gunshot. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. And before I end the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And yeah, and one last thing, I'm actually deleting some of my older videos on my channel, because I think back in the day I wasn't as how do I put this? I wasn't as like aware of what I'm doing, basically. So I'm gonna start deleting videos off my channel. Well, not deleting, but unlisting them. So what I'm planning to do is just every video I upload from now, including this one, I'm gonna unlist one video. So basically, I'll upload this one and I'll list like one video. So if you want to save the link or download them or do whatever, be my guest now while you can, because they're going to be gone, basically. So yeah, if you want to save them to make a cringe compilation or to, I don't know, to do whatever you want with them, be my guest. I don't really mind. So yeah, I'm just warning you guys. So you guys don't write in the comments like, oh yeah, what you guys deleting your cringy videos, you cringe star. So yeah, be my guest. Download as much as you want, basically. So yeah, guys, I have to wrap up the video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, as I said before, make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, have a nice day.